Okay. I look at the model for inspiration, but not necessarily for every single stroke, because I have a knowledge of what makes up the structure of the model, and that puts me into the ballpark right away. So I will look quickly, back and forth. And here's another tip for you, a very important one for people who are drawing. Don't look at your drawing. Don't look at your drawing, okay? So make a stroke, step back, look away. Look away as much as possible, okay? Look away from your work more than you look at your work, okay? That's very important. I'll tell you what, a lot of people look too closely, they get caught up in the minutia. We don't want to get caught up in the minutia. We want to stay with the big shapes, which is all I've done right here so far. It's just big shapes. There's no detail in that whatsoever. I mean, we don't even have a real point on the charcoal at this point. So, okay, that's the massing in, folks. Stage 2. Now, I can't wait for everyone to catch up in this free session, but during the workshop, I will. We'll just take one section at a time and really try to do each section beautifully. And that's actually, you should be able to leave your drawing off at any stage and it should look good. That's an important principle. Like, what? Oh no, I got to make it look good really fast, late. Now you have to make it, every stage should look interesting. No, I'm not going to share my pasta sauce recipe.
And Charles, Guild Mentor, one of our Guild Mentors, Fargo, is asking if you could explain more about drawing with the masses rather than seeing the lines.
Oh, what a great question. Fargo, that's a great question. Mass drawing and line drawing. I don't know if you have the book, The Practice and Science of Drawing by Harold Speed. If you don't have it, you should get it. Okay. The Practice and Science of Drawing, and in it, Harold Speed mentions that there's a difference between a linear way of seeing and a mass-oriented way of seeing. And on one end of this spectrum, it's linear. It's all about line, okay? Like a coat hanger, you draw an outline, right? Like a coat hanger. I don't do that, okay? On the other end of the spectrum, you have like late Rembrandt, okay, which is masses, big strokes, edges, visual phenomena, okay? So you have two ends of the spectrum, but all the way in between there's artists who draw in different ways. I would say I'm heavily on the mass-oriented side because I teach painting, right? At the atelier, we teach painting. And so this is painting. What I'm doing right now, yes, it's a dry media. It's a stick of charcoal, burnt stick of wood, one of the oldest, it's so primitive, but we're painting with it, okay? We're putting down brush strokes and we're putting down value shapes within that system that we use in the Miano method. So it's painting, it's mass drawing. Does that make sense? So it's different from a colored outline.